to the Gospel Road. We're going to look at Psalms chapter 56. This was after David was seized by the Philistines. It says, "Be merciful to me, O God, for men hotly pursue me. All day long they press their attack. My slanderers pursue me all day long. Many are attacking me in their pride. When I am afraid, I will trust in you, in God, whose word I agree. In God I trust. I will not be afraid. What can mortal man do to me? All day long they twist my words. They are always plotting to harm me. They conspire, they lurk. They watch my steps, eager to take my life. On no account let them escape. In your anger, O God, bring down the nations, record my lament, list my tears on your scroll. Are they not in your record? Then my enemies will turn back when I can call for help, By this, I will know that God is for me. In God, whose word I praise. In the Lord, whose word I praise. In God I trust. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? I am under vows to you, O God. I will present my thank offerings to you. For you have delivered me from death and my feet from stumbling, that I may walk before God in the light of life." Psalms 56. I've got a friend of mine that's reading the Old Testament, and another friend that has read it, and they like taking things apart. But even in the Old Testament, we read forgiveness, God's protection. You know, the Bible tells us in the New Testament, if God is for us, who can be against us? You know, those that are going to rise up against us, you know, God will take care of us. And that's what you have David here with the Philistines pursuing him, wanting to kill him. This is, of course, after everything that he had done with Bathsheba and her husband. But everything that he did, God still forgave what he did. And with that, God also still protected him. How many times have we done things that people hold against us? How many times do people see what we were, not what we are? How many times do people just not see what we become? They keep remembering that person, that kid that we were, and they do not see what we are today. A lot of times people can come against you and try and hurt you, usually with words, trying to tear you down. And just like David, we need to put our trust in God. We need to look to Him for that encouragement, for that protection. God will bring someone to you that's going to help you. I mean, through the stories of you, as you read through the Old Testament, when he was running, how many times did God give David someone to help him, to help hide him, to warn him when they were getting near? God will do that for us, as he did for David. So God is going to work with us to encourage us, to help us through those situations that we are in. Things that we still have to deal with, but God will pull you through and help you. So many things for us to look at, to think about. It can be overwhelming at times, very much so. A lot of people maybe do not understand what you're dealing with or what you've become. Well, these are just the things that we need to work on as we do that focus and we work with that relationship. To work on that relationship, it's to learn more about Him every day. Just like when you are in a relationship, you're married and you work on that relationship daily. You need to work on your relationship with God. In fact, when you are with someone, you should be working on that relationship together. So each of you having your time with God and then having it together. So you are centering your life on God. So He can encourage you and help you as a family. These are the things that we need to look at even for ourselves. They always say that we need to be more Christ-like. Okay, have you read the stories? Have you looked at the encouragement that Jesus would give? The help that Jesus would do? Is that what you're doing? Are you encouraging one another? Are you sharing His Father's love? Are you loving each other like Christ loved us? Psalms 56, that's what we looked at on the Gospel Road. And again, I can't encourage you enough to make sure that you're reading every day. Make sure that you're working on your relationship, because with that relationship, with that growth, comes wisdom to understand what's happening in your life, what you need to be doing in your life, what your next step is. Many of us can get lost because of different things, and then we think we know what our next step's going to be. We know what our path is, but do we know what God's path for us is? We can make our decisions every day. Right or wrong, we don't know. We just make them. But if it's one that you are living for Christ and wanting to know what His plan is for you, are you sure that you are going down the path He wants you to be on? Are you taking the steps He wants you to take? Those are the things that we need to think about. We hear about divorces every day. Now, who made that decision? Psalms 56. So much information, so much to know, so much to learn. And I know I get a lot of comments from people, and thank you for those that take the time out to listen. But there's just so many things out there. And we need to find out what God is saying to us. Until next time, thanks for listening. Have a great day. God bless.